Good morning. Welcome to another vlog, and of course I'm in my car. I'm sitting in traffic, which I live 10 minutes from work, and every direction I have tried to go, I have hit some sort of traffic, so fantastic. I also left early today, and I am probably going to end up being about 15 minutes late, which is insane, considering I live 10 minutes away. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for the start of a really fun vlog. I'm doing a collab with Tori from Novel Life. I absolutely adore Tori. If you watched my reading booktubers favorite vlog, you know that she's one of the first booktubers that I ever watched, so she holds a special place in my heart. And I just adore her, and she's hilarious, and her videos are always so fun, and she loves pink, and I love pink. I even dyed my hair pink. But yeah, so we're doing a collab video where we're reading authors we've never read from before. She had posted like a KU vlog, KU thing, and was talking about doing a vlog reading new authors, and I was thinking about doing one, so I asked if she wanted to collab. So I know one book for sure I'm going to be reading in this vlog is 5 Rounds by Nikki Castle, because Tori absolutely loves that book, and I have never read Nikki Castle yet, so that's one I know for sure. And other than that, I don't really know what I'm going to read, but I think I'm going to do The Gravity of Us by Brittany Cherry, because I've never read a Brittany Cherry book, and I know a lot of people love that one. But other than that, I don't know, but I will update you all when I get my first book picked. I'll talk to you all in the next one. Hello. I am 50% of the way through The Gravity of Us by Brittany Cherry, which I started at work today, and I cannot put it down. I'm like shocked that I'm even doing this update, but it is so good so far. I'm absolutely adoring it. Like, I have a feeling it's going to just absolutely break me, but so far it has not. But basically this follows Lucy and Graham, and Lucy is a florist and Graham is a writer, and they meet at Graham's father's funeral. She was delivering flowers, and they get locked in a room together, and when they get saved, it turns out that Graham's wife is Lucy's estranged sister, and his wife is very pregnant, and they go through this very traumatic experience together, him and his wife, and she kind of freaks out and leaves, and now Graham has made a bond with Lucy, and she's helping him with his daughter and helping him like be a human, kind of. It's like the ultimate grumpy sunshine. She is just super sunshiny, happy girl, and he is such a grump. Whoa, he is a grump. It's a slow burn because we're 50% in, and there is not really a hint of a romance. I mean, obviously I know that there's going to be romance, but so far there's not really a hint at it yet. But yeah, that is all I have. I want to get back to this book because it's so good. I will probably end up finishing it tonight, and I'll let you know when I get to the end. Hello, good morning. So I finished The Gravity of Us by Brittany Cherry last night, and oh my gosh, the book was amazing. It's definitely a new favorite. I cried. It was so crazy. I laughed a lot too, but I definitely cried at the end. And honestly, the tears had nothing to do with the romance. The romance was beautiful and amazing, and yeah. So I'm gonna put spoilers because I need to talk about this with someone. So basically, Lucy basically kind of lives with Graham, helping him out with his baby after Jane/Lyric left. And so Lucy's really close with her older sister, Mari. She's obviously not close to her other sister, but she's close to her one sister, and they own a flower shop together and everything. And Mari's husband had like left her while she was battling cancer, and he like comes back, and Mari lies to Lucy about it, and Mari's kind of like, well, you're basically living with your sister's husband. And she's like, but we're not doing anything. They were not doing anything. They were just like, they were falling in love with each other. And they definitely, like, said that they loved each other before anything happened remotely. I think even before they kissed. But, basically, and then Lyric/Jane comes back, and Lucy's been living with them because Mari moved back in with her evil ex-husband. And I guess she never sent the divorce papers, but she's basically living with them, and Lyric comes back, and I did guess the twist, which was that Talon, the baby, wasn't actually Graham's, it was his father's. So I did guess that. And so Lucy kind of leaves because she's like, well, because Jane's like, well, I'm going to take my baby. And he's like, we haven't been here for a year. Like, it's been a literal year, and you left, and now you're back, and you're saying all these things. And so Lucy leaves and goes on this trip that she always wanted to go on with Mari, but she goes by herself because her and Mari kind of had a falling out because Mari kind of took Lyric's side and her ex-husband, because Lucy rightfully hated the ex-husband, and so they had a falling out. And then Graham goes to Mari and is like, if you love her half as much as I do, or half as much as she loves you, like, you need to make this right. And he asks her all these things, like, do you know, is he your world, like, all these questions, like, could you imagine your life without him? Because he's basically saying that's how he feels about Lucy, but he knows he can't be with her because obviously her sister is making things complicated, and he doesn't want to lose his daughter. And so then he writes this beautiful manuscript, and she goes back to him after Mari finds her in, I think, Amsterdam, and Jane/Lyric is getting ready to leave again, just walk up and leave, and she signs her rights away to the baby and signs divorce papers, and Lyric and Graham live happily ever after, or Lucy and Graham live happily ever after. And it was just, but yeah, I cried mostly with the whole sister aspect of it. I don't have a sister, so I don't know dynamics like that, but I could imagine a bond like that, and like everything that happens and the things that people said to her just was heartbreaking. And yeah, but 5 stars if you didn't guess that. Absolutely adored it. Possibly a new favorite of the year. But that is all I have. I am now late for work, so I gotta go. I'll talk to you all when I pick my next new author book. See you soon. Hello, I am reading, I started my second and my third book for my collab with Tori of reading new authors, or new to me authors, because obviously these are not new authors, but last night I started 5 Rounds by Nikki Castle. I literally only got like half a chapter in, and then I fell asleep. That's not to say the book's bad, I was just tired. So I don't have much of an update on that one, but I did start at work the Consequence of Falling by Claire Contreras, because I was able to, when I got the Kindle, the KU book, I was able to get the Whisper Sync for $1.99. So that's audiobook. So I've been reading it, or listening to it while at work, and I'm obsessed. It was so good. I can't even think of what their names are. I know her name is Presley, because that is my niece's name. So it's Presley, and I think Nathaniel? Could be wrong. But basically, they're like antagonists to lovers. Presley she's an only child, and her father kind of like took this guy under his wing, this young man under his wing, and taught him like the ropes of business and everything. And now, like, it's, you know, there was a couple time jumps, and it kind of watches Presley grow up from like when she's like 15 until now when she's like in her 20s. And they have to work on a project together for the brewery that Presley's father owns, or the brewery that her father owns. So they have to work out together on a project, and sparks are just a-flying. So yeah, it's good so far. I'm about halfway, so I should be able to finish it today. Probably not while I'm working, because I only have like an hour left of work. I also drove like 2 hours, but I have like an hour left of work. And so I'll probably listen. I might try to finish it. If not, it'll be like early tomorrow morning when I finish. But yeah, that is all I have for now. We'll talk to you all when I get to the end of the consequence of falling, or when I get to like 50% of 5 rounds. We'll talk to you all in the next one. Bye. Hello, good evening. I have finished The Consequence of Falling by Claire Contreras, and I absolutely adored this book. I gave 5 stars. It just worked for me. Everything worked. Even the like third act conflict. It wasn't a miscommunication. It was a real issue. So I really enjoyed that. And I got the epilogue that I need in a book, where we don't get back together until pretty close to the end, but it was perfect. Absolute perfection. I loved it. But yeah, it was Nathaniel was the hero, and the heroine was, why can't I think of her name? Presley, which took me a while, my niece's name. But yeah, Nathaniel and Presley, and I loved that Presley went to different ballparks with her father. Like, that was like a goal of theirs, was to go to all the ballparks, baseball ballparks, because that is a goal of mine in life, is I would love to visit all 30 baseball stadiums one day. And they go to a lot of them in the book, and so it was fun, like that little aspect. And then their romance was just super swoony, and he was very protective of her, and it had some good steam. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. So 5 stars, and I will definitely be continuing reading more Claire Contreras books. But yeah, so far I've read 2 books, and both of them have been by 2 new to me authors, and both of them 5 stars. So this has been a great experience so far. And then I have 2 more books to read. One I've already started, which is 5 Rounds by Nikki Castle, which I'm reading because I know that this is Tori, who I'm collabing with. I know this is one of her favorite books. Well, she really likes the second one, but I have to read the first one first. So I have already started that, but I'm only like a chapter in, so I don't have any updates for it. But yeah, I'll talk to you when I get to an update for 5 Rounds. Hello, good afternoon. I am a little less than 50% of the way through 5 Rounds by Nikki Castle, and I am absolutely loving it. I'm updating now because I don't think I'll get to 50% and be able to update, because I'm going to see the Elvis movie with the biggest Elvis fan I know, my aunt. Like, this is just one of many Elvis memorabilia things she has in her house. But I'm going to see it with her. She's already seen it, but she wants to see it again, and so I decided to go with her. And then my nieces are coming over after, and so I don't think I'll be able to update at 50%, because while they're here, I'll probably read, because they usually play on the iPad and the phone. And so it gives me time to read when they're doing that. So I'll probably read, but I won't want to update while they're here, because they're noisy little humans, and I love them, but they'll come in and be like, what are you doing? And I don't really want to put them on the internet. I mean, I don't think their parents wouldn't care, but I just still don't feel comfortable, because they're tiny humans, and they don't, like, I'll put them on my Instagram and stuff, but they shouldn't be on YouTube. So, but yeah, I'm really enjoying 5 Rounds. It's Remy and Tristan, and they're like dislike to love. And of course, like, the dislike is really just insane sexual tension. and they're forced to live together because Remy got evicted from her house, or from where she was living, because her landlord's family needed the place to stay, and so he had to evict her. And she needs somewhere to live for like a week before her apartment becomes available. So she moves in. She like talks to her best friend, and he's gonna be gone for like a week. So he's like, "Oh, you can just stay at you can have my room." So she ends up having to live with Tristan, who they have like an antagonistic relationship, and yeah, of course, sparks are gonna fly, tensions are gonna rise to extreme levels when you're forced together for that long. But it's really good so far. I'm really, really enjoying it. Like, I'm flying through this book so far. And it's not. Yes! And it's not a short book, so. But yeah, I'll talk to you all in the next one. Hello. I have now finished 5 Rounds by Nikki Castle, and I absolutely loved it. Tori, you were right. This book's fantastic. I loved the forced proximity and the little like antagonisticness to lovers, and it was just fantastic. The third act conflict went on a little long, but I still gave it 5 stars because I just absolutely enjoyed it. It was like unputdownable at the end. I literally was up till like 4 a.m. reading it, which is insane. But yeah, I absolutely adored it. And so, of course, I gave 5 stars. Tristan and Remy, as I said, Tristan wants to be a UFC fighter, and Remy works out at the gym that he is a member of. She is also best friends with his roommate, Jax. And like I said in the last clip, she gets evicted and ends up moving in to Jax's house for a couple weeks, just while Jax is out of town before her new place becomes available. And Tristan is very much like a hit it and quit it kind of guy, or like just there for casual sex because he wants to be in the UFC, and he's like, I'm too selfish to be a boyfriend. I don't want a relationship. I'm too selfish, and I can't commit to having a committed relationship. Well, of course, they end up falling for each other. And it is beautiful and fun. And I'm really excited for the second book in the series, which I know is Remy's sister, Haley. It's her and Jax's story, and Haley had a terrible relationship that ends in this one. And so I'm really excited for that. I'm assuming maybe she possibly moves in with him, because obviously Tristan and Remy end up together. So maybe she moves in with him, because I know she stays with him when she breaks up with her boyfriend. So it'll be interesting. My skin is peeling. Ugh. Which is weird because I haven't gotten a sunburn in a long time. But that is all. I also started my final book for this vlog, which is The Devil and the Deep Blue Sea by Elizabeth O'Rourke, and I'm absolutely loving it. I started it like pretty much right after I finished 5 Rounds, and I'm already like 15% in. So I will be updating you all shortly with that. But it is July 3rd, and I have a lot to do today. I'm probably going to go to my cousin's house and go swimming with him and my nieces. And then we're going to go to the club tonight they do like a 4th of July like barbecue thing at the country club. And the country club that he belongs to. So we're going to go. They do like barbecue, fireworks, games for kids, all that fun stuff. So the fam's gonna go to that. So I don't know that I will finish this today, but I should be able to finish it. If not tonight. Like, if not today. Because, I mean, honestly, well, I'll probably go over to my cousin's in the next, like, hour. So, but I should be able to finish it tomorrow, because tomorrow, I think the only plan is swimming at my cousin's for the 4th. And maybe watching fireworks somewhere. But I think tonight's the big night for fireworks. Because obviously Tuesday, back to work. So, yeah, that is all I have for now. I don't know how I just rambled on for 4 minutes, but I did. And I will talk to y'all in the next one. Hello. I am 50% of the way through The Devil in Deep Blue Sea by Elizabeth O'Rourke. And I am really enjoying it. Come on, get him. Yes. Sorry. There's a Dodger game happening on the TV in front of me. But I am 50% of the way through The Devil in the Deep Blue Sea by Elizabeth O'Rourke, and I am really enjoying it. It's been fantastic so far. It's slow burn because we're at the 50% mark and nothing has happened. But it's kind of like antagonists again. Weird. All of my books this vlog have been kind of dislike to love. Weird. My favorite trope. Well, besides each cat. But it's following Josh and Drew. And Drew was invited by her ex-boyfriend on a trip to like get away for a while, to go with him and his family on a trip to Hawaii. And she shows up and he's 6, her boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend, isn't there. And so she's stuck with his family, his brother Josh and his ex-girlfriend Sloane and their parents, Beth and Jim. And Josh had made a comment about about Drew the first time they met last year, about stealing the silver or something. And so Drew just doesn't like him from that. And it's funny, like, she, like, calls him a robot, but he's super protective of her. Like, she wakes up at, like, 4 a.m. and tries to go for a run, and he, like, follows her the entire time because he wants her to stay safe. And so it's been cute. And he, like, saves her from drowning, and now they're on this, like, hike, and of course, there's only one sleeping bag. So we'll see what happens the rest of the way. And yeah, I don't know how, like, her trauma from her familial bonds is going to play, but I'm sure it'll play a big role because the author has been talking about it a lot. So we'll see, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm like, I've had a bunch, like, all the books I've read so far have been great, and I'm having a great time. But I'm gonna go because I gotta get ready and leave soon to go to a party for the weekend, 4th of July, and watch fireworks and all that fun stuff. So I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you all in the next one. Hello, good evening. Good morning. I finished The Devil in the Deep Blue Sea last night by Elizabeth O'Rourke, and it was really good. I'm torn on my rating. It's either between 4.5 and 5 stars. There were some things, I think it's 4.5, because there were just a few things that, like, I couldn't overlook, but still fantastic, and I will definitely be continuing. But yeah, so the 50% mark, nothing had even happened, really. You could tell that they were kind of starting to like each other. And there was, like, or not starting. They were getting to like each other, and there were hints at the romance. And then they go on this, like, hike together, and her ex-boyfriend, who she was, like, there to, like, try to rekindle a relationship with, like, totally screwed her over. And she's like, I'm done with him. And his brother obviously is the one that like helps her and like is there. And he's just such a protector. And he continues to be a protector. And then they get back to the real world and they go their separate ways, but they just can't stop being attracted to each other and like wanting to be together. And then the third act conflict made a lot of sense. It wasn't really miscommunication. I mean, it kind of was, because neither of them handled the situation very well. She like shows up at something that she's not supposed to, and he doesn't react well because it's dangerous. And so she takes that as he doesn't want her there and like is embarrassed by her. And he doesn't explain why he doesn't want her there. And which, as a protector, it makes sense. Like, he is just such a protector. It makes sense that he doesn't want her there. But she doesn't know this. And so that was kind of like my biggest issue with it. But yeah, it was really good. It was really good. I never really bought the hate to love. I mean, I understood like she didn't like him because of what he did, but there was no like hate there. So yeah, that is the end of this. I mean, I've read 4 books now, and all 4 are authors that I will definitely be reading from again. I read The Gravity of Us by Brittany Cherry, and I give that one 5 stars. Fantastic, beautiful. So I'll definitely be reading more of hers. And then I read The Consequence of Falling by Claire Contreras. Again, 5 stars. I loved it so much. It was a quick, fun read. I read a lot of like hate to love and a lot of like family drama. But I also give that one 5 stars. And then I read 5 Rounds by Nikki Castle. Absolutely adored it. Again, family drama. And then The Devil and the Deep Blue Sea by Elizabeth O'Rourke, 4.5 stars. So it was a great reading experience. I will tag Tori down below, so go check her video out because we did this as a collab. Thank you, Tori, for collabing with me. This was really fun, and it pushed me to do this vlog that I've been wanting to do. And I hope your books were just as good as mine. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, all that fun stuff. It really helps me out. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.